I'm excited for this one. So tonight's my choice. What's up, everybody? This is Drake. We got Baylor and we got Leah, all with black horror humor. We're back with you with another episode, another great film we're going to be watching. Tonight we're going to be watching the 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, they take me back to my high school days. This is one of the horror movies that refueled me and back into horror because it scared the shit out of me. Okay, I'm talking.
Really?
I was in the theater and it was just so creepy and grungy and I felt like I was there. You know, that's what the point. It felt like I was there, and there's certain scenes that I would never forget. It's like, oh my god, the old dude with that cane. Woo! It's overall. I enjoyed this movie, and I was like, man. Like we talked about earlier, if I got into this shit, it may be a wrap for me. It may be a wrap. Okay, like I don't know what I would do. I would panic. I would freak out. You know, I would have
Oh gosh.
But okay, so based on the true events that inspired the original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a group of college kids on their way back from Mexico come in contact with this serial killer. So this man been doing this thing. Directors Marcus Nispel, starring Jessica Biel, Jonathan Tucker, Erica Learson, and you know all the genre you got to hear right here is horror. You know it's right there, and we're gonna be watching this on Amazon Prime tonight. So
Yay.
this is gonna be something that I'm just looking at the clip right now, and I'm like, okay, we go rock with this. We go rock.
It's going
with
to be
this.
extra special because I have never seen this before.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I haven't seen it in a while, but we got to keep the body count. I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing we got to do is just
I
keep
feel
the
like
body count.
I feel like from what I've heard of this, if this movie is close to the original, this body count's going to be ridiculous.
Well, I can tell you now, there's no black people in it.
Wait, you said it's the remake, right?
Yeah.
Trey Songz is in that one.
No, that was the remake of the remake. It's two different remakes. You're talking about one from 2013. This one from 2003.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm like, we'll get into it. I'm trying to think of, I got before. It'd be disrespectful if I don't list this actor's name that he was in both of them. So y'all just give me two shakes of a rabbit's tail. But yeah, he played in what's the other movie that was about the army? He's been like the army sergeant so many times. Dang.
What character is he? What character is he
He
playing?
always play like a lieutenant. He always yelling at people.
No, in this movie,
he's the sheriff. He's like, but
oh, okay.
Oh, you'll see. Arlie Ernie, that's his name. He done played a bunch of racist people in his lifetime. This guy right here.
Yeah.
Oh, he for sure racist in the movie. Yo, he always play like a racist sheriff or something.
Exactly.
He does it so well. Like it's just he does it so well.
If I was doing a movie about some type of race, I would have to hire him on. I want Ernie. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's what happens when you start when you typecast people and they get stuck with doing just one thing.
That's a cold typecast too to be a
right. Like the guy with the eyebrows, it's like, oh, get him to play the racist cop in Detroit.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Hey, for the listeners, in Texas Chainsaw Massacre did not take place in Detroit.
Oh, for sure. You know if y'all can hear it too.
I think Detroit is just a cheaper area to shoot in. Surprisingly, it didn't take place.
They do got a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacres out there, but not.
It's so many. Okay, I just want to be clear that we're all seeing the same thing. They picked up 2 hitchhikers in less than 24 hours. The second hitchhiker they picked up blew her brains out. They left the girl in the truck and didn't want to call the police because they were afraid of being hit for marijuana instead of murder. Then they pull up to a gas station with the girl still in the truck.
And not the marijuana. That's what I'm mad about.
I am so confused. I am
Leah,
okay.
Leah,
okay.
No, let me break it down to him because I don't think they quite understand. Instead of throwing the body out,
Right.
you threw the weed out
Yes.
as far as you could, which was still walking distance. Everybody's mad. Bro, don't throw away the high, man. But y'all came up with this brilliant idea and said, you know what? Let's not get rid of the body. Yeah. No, let's cover it up in newspaper.
Right. Come on now. Come on.
They may want to make. She may have a family. They may want to
It
get her
don't.
back.
It don't. Look, I will tell you what mile marker your daughter's body is found, but I have nothing. I won't feel
Hey,
two ways about it.
hey, I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm not arguing with you about that. Have you seen this before, Baylor?
Yes.
Okay.
But I probably haven't seen it
Okay.
probably since it came out. Like
Okay.
because even the last one that came out, I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Okay. Okay.
So this would
just
be just like rewatching it all over again.
Okay.
yeah, like I just okay. So this is the setup that we're going with. Okay, all right.
So you can see that I'll make the best decisions. All right. That's where we're at.
And then he finally says the next hitchhiker is just out of luck.
Now the next one. It took somebody shooting himself. Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Right. Okay. Hold on. This is what I'm trying to figure. You take off. Hold on, wait. I gotta turn on the light for this. Yo behind decide to take off and go explore to find the sheriff that was supposed to meet you at this random place. And then you call your boyfriend, who's supposed to be your knight in shining armor, who wanted to dump off the chick and go because you said you wanted to get home, but no, you want to go and explore the neighborhood. You go into this place and explore, and then call him just so you could push him in front of danger. We're done. You said 3 years to be together. Yep, this relationship is over.
Well, first of all, nobody, but he's taking that leadership role. It's my van.
Hey,
Shut your ass.
hey, he's in the place as a husband. That's what you.
No, I listen. If my dude puts me in danger, because that's what she's actively like. The whole point of being in a relationship is to be with somebody who's going to make sure that you are safe and that you are not actively put in danger. How would you feel if because you guys are married, if your wife was like, we need to do something to preserve the dignity of the body?
Get your ass in this motherfucking bed and bring your ass home. Hey, I know what I'm saying.
Baylor.
This is what I'm saying.
Baylor.
You can stay here with the body then. Because I'm out.
Yeah, like I'm just like there's no if, ands, or buts about it. You feel so invested in this girl's dignity. Leave her at the gas station. She would first of all, she wouldn't even made it in the car.
You got to know your spouse, because my wife would have been. That's my wife. No, we wouldn't picked up the first hoe. That wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean?
we wouldn't. We're not picking up the first one.
You know,
look, I'm okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry because I don't know what's about to happen, but right now, Jessica Biel's pissing me off.
Hey, let's hit play.
Oh, even better.
Man, y'all ain't fucking
no. Right.
Let that nigga go.
That nigga
is. Get out my. I'm just done. I don't want to hear no more arguments, bro.
Nah, I still say Ghostface.
No, original wasn't running that time. Look, but we also say we did that dumbass shit.
Yes.
Listen, okay, hold on, because I gotta. Oh, geez, like okay, Drake. As a human being, you know what I'm saying? I think that you are a decent person.
Leah, you're not gonna do this. You're not gonna win.
I think that you are a decent person. But here's my thing though. This movie is pretty bad.
This movie is great.
This
This movie is great.
I am so
Like,
how
what do
is
you
she?
expect? Okay, what other movie you gonna watch is gonna give you terror? Is gonna give you? You act like you
I
want
was not
rocket
terrified.
scientists
I
out
was
here. You
Not
act
gonna
like you
lie to you,
want.
Drake. These are some of the dumbest white people I've ever seen.
I'm not saying being
yo
dumb, but you can't say it ain't scary though.
yo.
You can't say it ain't scary. You
It
cannot say that.
I
I
will
have
say,
not jumped not one time.
I will
Not
say this. I
one.
will say this. This 2003 version,
Mhm.
HGH off top. This nigga runs a 4.7 flat. That's not the same nigga back in the 80s.
That's what I was telling you, bro. That's what I was telling you.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no, no,
this is
no,
the
no,
one
no,
I
no,
know.
no.
I ain't. This is the one I know. This the
That's
one
not
I know.
that's not the one I was talking about. I wasn't
Okay,
talking
we
about this
cooled
nigga.
it. We cooled it. But
This
this the one
nigga's
I know.
this nigga's a Chicago Bear middle linebacker.
Then I kept saying, remember I kept saying this is J.J. Watt with a chainsaw.
This is Ray Lewis.
This motherfucker's scary, bro. And y'all talk. That's what I'm saying.
First of all,
Between
But
this
first
one
I'm
and
still
that
getting away
one,
from this nigga.
let's understand though. The person who has made the dumbest decisions is in Act 3.
Yeah.
how many movies you see that happening though? How many
Most
horror
of the
movies?
ones who make the
She's
stupid
the main
decisions
she's the main
have somebody
character.
that's keeping them
Exactly.
alive
How
or
often do
saving
you
them.
see that happen in series though? I'm just saying in horror movies, how often do you see that happen? You get mad not at the horror genre. That is the genre of horror movies. It's on
No,
rare occasion that you
no.
see that the smartest person in the movie actually survives. Just saying.
I refuse to accept that argument right now because I'm so pissed off with this movie.
And the thing
But we're
about
gonna
it, this
finish
is
it.
actually, hey, we damn sure gonna finish it. Like,
I'm so pissed. Like,
because
oh,
we
Trey.
watched Child's Play. That was your all time, and that was some whole
That
other shit right there.
no,
I'm just
look,
saying.
I told you Child's Play is a horror com. I
But
told you Child's Play
this
is a
right
horror
here,
com.
this is better than Child's Play.
No, it's
When
not. No, it's not.
all right, it's time to tear this shit down.
Yo. Oh,
Let me just go with I love Leatherface in this one. I love this Leatherface. He was athletic. He was brutal. He was very fucking athletic to the point where it's unfair. This nigga was like LeBron James. Um, these were probably some of the dumbest white people that I've ever seen in a scary movie, led by the dumbest person. At one point, pushed the blind nigga in front of her to
Hey,
lead the way, who also had a lower body injury as well. Okay.
okay,
Um, we're dealing with a lot of why are we still inside this house? Why are we walking over here? Why though, Drake? See, this is the thing. Like they you picked up one hitchhiker, that's enough. Okay. Now we're just talking about STDs. You pick up the second one, she commits suicide. You throw the weed away. Oh, yeah, that was the problem. Let's get rid of this. But you leave the body in the van with y'all. You don't want to get in trouble with the weed. That's why you threw it out, man. You threw the weed out. But you leave the body because you're like, oh no, I'd rather get locked up for murder than to get locked up for a joint.
hey,
but that's the privilege though, because they knew they weren't gonna
it
get.
is.
They couldn't get locked
It
up for
is.
murder. They knew if they just explained it as a suicide, they would be taken at their word that it was a suicide. That's that privilege.
And
But I'm just like, okay, as a horror film, this movie.
As a man, as a
hold on,
man, I
I
watched
want to.
my
I want to hear Baylor before. 'Cause I know Leah just stopped the movie several times to express her feelings
Drake.
about the film.
Drake, as a man, I watched another man say, okay, my girlfriend that I love, you go in that creepy ass house by yourself, and I'm gonna wait out here. From a
Right?
At the time he
listen,
was able to see her though.
But he was being held up by a dude who had no legs.
And since we going there, what would y'all done like? Because once again, we are, of course, the reason why we do black horror humor, because we gotta go from a black perspective. In the majority of the films that we watch, we all would know we wouldn't be in a situation. Am I
Definitely,
right? Am I right or
definitely,
wrong? Okay.
definitely,
So
definitely.
especially with this one, I absolutely agree with it. But since we're here to review, talk about in the situation, I can actually understand the protagonist in this film's situation.
Mm.
She had a good heart. She had that good wholesome, grew up with two-parent home. Where was she from? They were all from New York, Denver, and all that type of shit. She never seen no shit like that. She's big on they don't lock their doors when they go home. They check on each other's neighbor. And the whole thing. A lot of people don't know. She was pregnant. Okay, that is. I have the director's cut. That's why she wasn't drinking. She wasn't smoking and shit because she was pregnant and shit. So she was all maybe in her emotions and all that. Okay, so all in all being said, I can see. Okay, the whole beginning of shit, absolutely. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all them hitchhikers. I remember all that shit. I'm cool with that. But when we kind of got into it, I think I saw Baylor's emotion. Like, hey, one of y'all asked a question. If we were there and one like Leah asked a question, we was there and one of us end up missing. Are y'all just leaving the other person, or we gonna take the time and look for
In
them?
that situation,
Before
if
she
we
got crazy, before you meet the
before
sheriff,
before she got out crazy, I'm talking about that scenery, that area.
yeah.
I gotta go.
So
And
Leah,
I don't listen.
wait. There's a very important thing that we missing with that question. I
yeah.
hate to add on to it, but it really makes
No,
more
you fine.
sense when
You
you add on
fine.
to it. What year are we talking about?
19 we talking about 1974 shit. Are we still leaving each other?
I was born in
Especially
1982, so I
what
don't know how she was going in the 70s.
that's on man, racier is it's even worse.
In the 70s, they had more of a free spirit though, and she showed
Obviously
that.
the motherfuckers did not have a free spirit in that little small country town in
No,
Tarrant County,
not
in Travis County.
not Leatherface. The niggas that was in that mystery man,
Oh yeah, the people in the mystery band, absolutely. They were kicking it. They were cool. They made
especially
me
if you're
cool
from
people to talk to.
Colorado.
They made me cool people to talk to, kick it with. They smoke a little bit. They got a little freaky things going on with all that shit. But go ahead, live your life. But like with y'all, like once again, if in that town, if I ain't gonna lie, if one of y'all end up missing that shit, I'm gonna have to take a little bit of time to look for
What's
y'all.
the first sign of you leaving? Because
The
I'm not leaving you if you.
if you talking about the first sign of me leaving is when
I'm talking about when they first got to the house.
when we first got to the house, we weren't even going inside that bitch. No, I'm okay. I'm not. No, no, fuck that. No.
Any
Once they said go to no.
That yeah, right there. When they like, and I remember watching this in the theater. I'm not going meeting this motherfucking sheriff
No,
somewhere. What's your problem?
absolutely not.
I,
And unfortunately for them, everybody was going off of the like, oh, we trust and respect boundaries. No, listen to me when I say I care about my life. I don't care if I have to hold y'all up at knife point. We're not going anywhere.
right.
Get this chick, wrap her up in the blankets that we have in the van, put her on the road.
and I can see if
Whenever the
nobody
sheriff
said
come,
that. We had several people in the movie saying that too, though.
he gonna come. He says it's gonna take 2 hours. Hopefully it'll be here before before the sun go down. We will see you later because there's absolutely no way. There's no way, especially when the little boy comes out and says there's no driving road to the sheriff's, you have to walk.
A little
Uh-huh.
bit walking distance, a little bit around the way.
And they end up because she has such a caring heart to go through the woods.
Question. Y'all don't know any white people like this? Just keep it real. Y'all don't know any
No,
white people. Honestly, y'all
I'm
don't.
saying
they're
I
But
not
see,
in my circle. I don't have people like that in my circle.
once again, I work in the social work field. I work with white volunteers, all type of ethnicities. I know people like this that will absolutely walk in blindly with a good heart and just
Mm-mm.
think everything's what I'm just telling you. Like, if you don't believe there's people in this world still to this day in 2020,
Oh, I believe it, but
oh,
you asked me if I knew people personally. I don't
well,
know.
well,
There's
not person.
nobody in my circle who's like this.
See, and they're not in my circle, but I know them. You know
I
what I
will say
mean?
this. I will say this. The one thing that again, we got to bring up is at the time that this took place. See, we can't think like the 80s, we can't think like the 90s, and we damn sure can't do like the 2010s. We can't. Why?
Right.
Because we're talking about an advancement in technology.
Flower power.
They couldn't call the
No
sheriff.
sex.
They
Right.
couldn't
There's no
call the
text
police.
message.
So this is
There's
the
no
thing that
find my iPhone.
we keep forgetting about the trauma that will stay with them. So in a joking way, yeah, of course, we got to get this body up out of here. At the same time, if they got rid of that body and continued on their way home,
Yeah.
they still have that image. They still have that shit in the back of the vehicle. And you could go through that. I know what you did last summer feeling, but
Mhm.
back in at that time, that fucks them up for the rest of their
And,
lives.
and
But
you
see,
remember what
and
the
I thought
boyfriend
about that.
said? The
Go
boyfriend,
ahead.
I've never seen somebody been killed before. I've never seen somebody die before. He said that shit.
I literally had that. I know I was like, that was my thought. Wrap her up in blankets because I would rather pay for therapy than to be stuck in a country town where I don't know anybody, nobody knows me, and it's going to be a long time before anybody comes looking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in that era where there's no cell phones, it was normal to go periods of time without hearing from people, especially as expensive as phone calls were long distance.
At that point, though, you got to get dirty though, because you're gonna have to clean all that stuff up. You just can't be driving around in a van with blood on your a
No,
hole in
that so
your.
this is how it played out in my mind. This is how from before he threw the weed out, this is how it played in my mind. If I was asleep and they some reason they voted to bring this chick in there, she kills herself.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm cussing everybody out. I'm kicking out the back window because I don't need to see a hole where her brain splattered out.
Hmm.
I'm wrapping her up in blankets and putting her on the side of the road. I'm driving for the rest of the trip. Don't care what everybody else got to say.
You just taking charge.
I listen. We listen. I let y'all listen.
You know, everybody's
Jessica
not
Biel.
blessed to have a friend like Leah though.
Jessica Biel made too many decisions in this. I'm mad that she made it because all of her decisions are the reason why her friends are dead.
But you can't say she grew throughout the movie though.
She
No,
grew
she didn't.
what?
She
She
grew. She
didn't.
came. She made
There
some
was no
smart moves.
character
She
arc.
made
Don't
some
give that
smart.
to her.
She
Every
made some smart moves at the
No,
end of the movie. You
don't
can't
give
say
that
she
to her.
didn't.
you
She
gotta
what?
tell
She
me what
finally picked up a
no.
weapon.
So
No,
she no. Better yet, so she corrected her mistakes. That's what you're trying to say.
Ain't no way she could correct her mistakes. There were no mistakes already been out. But she
Okay,
made sure
so
she
no.
survived. She
There was no
survived,
character arc.
so why is
God
and
takes care of
she
babies
got the
and
baby,
fools, and
and
both the
she.
baby and the fool made it to the end of the
There you
movie.
go. There
It's
you go. That's the
stupid. That's
point.
what it
That's
is.
the
It is
point.
stupid.
That's the point. They show you how
no,
the
but the
Lord
only
works.
reason why she made it is because she was the only one that didn't have a major injury to her. If you
She
really
was
know,
quick. That's the
no,
benefit of being
She
quick on
wasn't
movie.
quick. She first of all,
Hey,
first
no,
of all,
she was
she had a
quick.
distraction. No, no, she's not. Because
She
okay,
outran
when she
old
was in
boy.
that no, she didn't. When she was in the house, right? She was in the house. Kempner got caught, and then the dude didn't tell her to come back and get her, so she went back over to the van. Then she went back in the house with Andy.
Mhm.
Andy was a distraction, so Andy went through the sheets for whatever reason, and she went through to the van. Then when she was in the house again, she was trying to get out with Morgan in front of her
Mhm.
and try and do and the little boy, tried to distract
No,
Leatherface
no,
from getting
you got
her.
to go back to the bus. I mean, the van. You got to go back to the van when old girl.
Oh, and then yeah, even then she's always had a distraction. There was somebody else there who kept her from being killed because her other friends were
She did
dying. She
outrun
stayed
them, and
alive.
she outmaneuvered them in the woods though. She did outmove when she was running to that the trailer. She did outmaneuver him. He got caught up in the branches and shit.
There were a couple times that she outmaneuvered him because nature decided to, hey, I'm gonna
I
throw a
understand,
thorn your
Leah. You
way.
don't like her. You using the horn effect. She can't do shit right.
he did
like,
do shit right.
like she
She
ran old boy. Oh, she hot wired
He
the truck.
did.
She hit him with the
Wait,
okey doke. Got
wait.
in the police
But
car instead
but
of
but
getting in the issue the trailer, the big 18-wheeler. Ran him over,
but
hit him again, and hit him again.
but look. But even first of all, that's correct. That's correcting her mistakes. And second of all, that was even dumb.
that was the bare
Hey,
minimum.
she made it though.
No, that
It's
was
better.
the bare
She
minimum.
made it though.
She
And which
had no right to
I ain't gonna
make it.
keep making excuses for her.
She
Well, I'm
had no
talking
right to
about.
make it.
I'm talking about. It's good to hear because once again, I really haven't watched the initial ones. I've like read about the initials and watched some
So
clips.
you didn't watch the ones from the 70s. You only watched this one.
This is the one that I learned about Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wait
so
a minute.
so
Wait a
this makes perfect sense now.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. When you were talking, when I heard Baylor start saying, "I understand," I was like, "You see what I mean now?" That's what I'm saying.
The other nigga from the 70s
This
was not running
No.
that fast.
This motherfucker right here, you ain't telling me some college kids like these college kids right here are outrunning this big ass
Well,
hawking motherfucker.
first of all, they're still not black. Okay, so they have no rhythm and they can't
But
run
we,
that fast.
but we saying which
Yo.
one? Okay, I ain't none of the Ghostface been black to
No,
my
because
knowledge.
obviously this one is like I said, is a middle linebacker. This nigga is good, all American.
Yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This motherfucker scares me because one, he's going to
How?
catch me. This
No,
motherfucker right
this
here,
is like
I
Leah,
listen.
this
Leah,
is like
Leah, Leah.
This is like Rob Zombie's Michael Myers. Like he was souped up. This was
Yeah.
extra.
Leah, this
Yeah.
is once again. I'm not outrunning this guy right here. Okay, I'm not. One, because he's one. I ain't even go bullshit with you. I don't be scared. My heart is gonna be beating real fast. I don't be running. I don't be running the hardest. But if he gave me that point that what should when you running, what you should never do.
I ran for my life before. I literally ran for my life
And
before.
what do you do when you're running for your life?
I
What
had
you
to
should
stop.
not do.
I ran so fast, Drake, that I lost feeling in my tongue.
You feel
So
it.
I'm not gonna.
Did you ever
I'm
look
not.
back? Did you ever look
Yes,
back?
it was a look back at one point because I
Man,
thought they was gonna catch me.
this I don't think I can look back. I would look back, and that's when
But
he's gonna catch me.
but the thing is, I wasn't able to hear them. You'll still be able to hear him coming
You
because the
hear that
nigga.
chainsaw, and this
I would
motherfucker's
say
silent.
he was a little bit
He
more.
was stealthy than the motherfucker. When that was, you didn't sit hear that motherfucker come up. You didn't even hear the damn chainsaw rattle. You just saw that
Well,
motherfucker come to the back of that van.
I would say this. He's like a hybrid. He
Yeah.
preserved.
This
He
is not the
preserved.
same dude because for him to be able to be as stealthy as he was, this ain't.
Yeah.
I mean, and I understand like with the different generation, but this ain't the same 1970s Leatherface. 1970s Leatherface
He
was a
looked raggedy.
legit inbred
No,
individual.
this dude, even his gear, like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go to the original version, bro. You gonna see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, the original version had like he looked like mankind. That's what he looked like. Okay,
Exactly. Look like mankind.
I know who you
He
talking
dressed like
about.
a dirty car salesman.
Yeah,
Like,
I know who y'all. I know who y'all talking about. But I said, is this like is this a remake or is this an extension? Because the family was all like, how long they been doing this? Or did the other one take place in 19? It probably took place in 1974.
oh, it was for show in the 70s.
Yeah.
So,
Bell
but
bottoms and
This
all.
was a reboot.
so this was a remake. So, but
Yeah.
the point that's why I keep saying this.
No, they rebooted the series, right?
This is the second one. Then they have another reboot
They
that
got
came out like in the 2010s.
They got the other one with Trey Songz, dumbass.
Right.
Yeah. So this shit right here, I'm telling you, I understand how you feel. Look, this is this is almost 5 stars, Leah. This is almost.
First of all, you can't trust mob mentality. Okay,
I'm telling you.
I'm
I'm
not. Now
telling you.
here's what I'll say about this movie, and I'm going to be as nice as I can about it.
This a beauty. You
Uh,
gotta do.
this movie is like pity sex.
Mm.
Okay. I'm not gonna finish, but he's gonna do what he needs to do. We're just gonna run the clock out, and
I'm amazed.
Talk to him dirty.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I guess I'm trying to find out some good thing. Like if the storyline, that's what I'm just like, even if like, because I can't say the acting was decent.
Mhm.
The storyline, I know that some things had to happen to progress the story, but I feel like a lot of it was forced in a not like where you set up dominoes and it's a domino effect happening, but they had to do this so that she could be bloody, even though the blood didn't drip directly on her when she cut his stomach open. And plus, that's like the worst way to die, waiting for a stomach wound to kill you. That was just dumb. It's just a bad movie.
So you
It
say,
was
but you say about the story. Like, where did it miss in the story?
everywhere. Like,
Hold on,
okay,
hold on.
so
Let me walk you through the story. How it looks to me.
yes, okay, all
A
right,
woman and her family has been tortured. Okay, but we don't know that. Okay, let's say you see a woman, she's in high distress, high
Okay.
trauma,
Right.
walking down the street. You know, you can having a good time. Everybody having a good time. They go into a party. They're not used to this area. None of them are from Texas. Blah 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 blah. Hold on. Let's go all the beginning. They talk about it's a true story. Okay, they got real
Right.
life footage and shit.
Yeah.
So they go through that. White people come together. They're having fun. College students, high. One of them pregnant. Relationships, whatever.
No, you can't bring in. Nobody's reading the comic book, the director's cut. You got to bring in what happened. Or no, that's you. I'm
You
talking
can't
about
say
in this
nobody. You can't say nobody.
in
You
this
can't do
movie.
that.
As
But that's it.
Okay.
No.
Baylor,
That's
have
in
you
the
read?
movie.
Have you seen the director's cut?
But that's in the no, that's in the movie. It says that in the movie they were from college and shit like
Yes,
that.
but nobody's talking about anybody pregnant and being tortured for years. I'm talking about for
Okay,
the runtime.
so let me continue during the
For the
runtime. They
runtime.
see a lady walking down the street. She looking
Uh-huh.
hot. Something's going on. Almost run off the road. They stop. They decide to help. Some say no. I can see if all of them say yeah, but some like fuck that bitch. But they let her on. Okay, they looking at her. What the fuck on this bitch? They see going in the direction. She try to stop them. She blow her brains out because she's so distressed with what's going on. Everybody freak out. Like, I think we all would freak out. Some people like get this bitch out the car. Other people like get the weed out the car. It may be somebody say let's throw the weed away. Not this in
One
1974.
person.
In
One person.
1974, it may be one person. Exactly. He got the keys. Fuck that nigga. Whatever. I know some nerdy people like that, black, white, whatever. But either way, let's go with the story. So they thinking we can't throw the body out because one, we make it go look bad. People mad where that shit come from. They find the body later, get in trouble. Oh, somebody worry about the family. They stop at the gas station. Why the fuck you stop at the gas? They looking for a phone because they don't have cell phones like we have right now. But the person like, oh, let's see if I can help. The share bullshit. Oh, that sounds like some bullshit. That sound crazy. You still have people in there saying, fuck this shit. I can see if nobody's in there say fuck that shit, but somebody's in there saying fuck that shit.
We're
They go
gonna
for it.
skip by the elephant in the room.
Which one?
Okay, not one time did I see that damn van turn around. I don't remember that van turning around.
They had tickets to Helter Skelter. He used to be the shit back in the day, I think.
No. When
Skinner.
they picked
Oh my
her
bad.
up,
Leonard
when
Skinner.
they picked her up, did they turn the van around?
No, they reversed.
They reversed.
Hmm.
Yeah. So she was walking in the direction of the shit.
She was walking in the direction that she didn't want to go to,
She probably didn't know where the fuck she was going
but she knew she didn't want to go there.
when she saw the signs.
It was a sign that pointed her
Yeah, it
that
clicked
said
to
that
her.
we were going there. Just like how Jessica Biel at the end of it, she saw the sign again. They did the replay from the earlier.
Right,
Yeah.
but it was obvious that Jessica Biel knew where she was going.
No, once again, they
Where
didn't
was
know
the other
until they
girl?
saw a sign. That's the
But
point.
where was the other girl coming from?
Probably the same place. I don't know. That's a story. They have to do a prequel to the shit. And so you asking questions like we gotta watch that. But going forward, they get to the place. They try to use the phone. They get to the place. They have to wait. They try to go walk. They see the little crazy ass boy. Once again, wouldn't fuck with that. But people are talking to him. Hey, I got CPS coworkers and shit. I know people like that would want to help no matter what. Me, I retired from that lifestyle. Fuck them kids. But if that little motherfuckers like that, I can't deal with it. Okay. Then get caught up with that. They go and try to get to the weird dude that's in the thing. Boom. Baylor get knocked beside the head. Okay. Baylor knocked beside the head.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Hey, we got to throw you out there, Baylor.
We didn't
Baylor
discuss that though.
Baylor get hit in the head. Okay. The thing about it, because we did discuss it kind of before, because we talk about he's gonna wear your face. We did talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, but I thought I was supposed to die at the end.
You gonna die. Well, either way.
But you want to have? Wait, are you gonna have Morgan's death?
Which one you want,
Andy's
Baylor?
death, or
Well,
Kemper's?
Technically, after the boyfriend died, the deaths got kind of weak.
Yeah, them babies, all them does look kind of fucked
Hey,
up to me.
wait. So which one was the one where she killed him?
That's Andy.
Andy had the emotional death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one Leah would be crying. Leah would be crying. Leah would have to be. Leah would be the protagonist.
You did this. That was my whole thing. She can't sit up here and want to be Captain Save-A-Ho, and then you the one who want to pick up the girl. You the one who wanted to call somebody. You the one who want to find a sheriff. You the one who want to make a phone call. You the one who want to go back and go check on people. You're the one who did
But
this.
look how you turn on it.
Running over the sheriff's head is the bare minimum of the least you can do.
She had a good heart. She never had
intentions. Good heart. Listen, after the third bad decision of the day, your decisions are being revoked. You do not use your vote correctly.
But too many people died,
it is
so
rejected.
nobody can vote anymore.
No,
off the island.
No, the first 3 decisions she made: keeping the girl in the car, picking up the girl, keeping the girl in the car, calling the sheriff. You are terrible. No. We don't know. Absolutely no. You have been revoked. Everybody's still alive. We are going with what everybody else says. The only reason why Kiffner wanted to go there is because he wanted to make sure that his future fiance, because he had a ring in his pocket to propose to her. Why that little nest egg was in there, I don't know. But he wanted to propose to her
because that's part of the line.
I don't have any emotional connection to these characters.
Because you don't want to have it. That's the difference.
You came in here. Do you realize how many mistakes that she just named off right now? That's not including when her ass decided to go in the house by herself.
If we want to take that mindset on a horror movie genre, we got to take into every single one. I had to look at every horror movie. You got to come in.
I mean, why not?
Because then it's going to be a whole lot of horror movies going to be trash like a motherfucker. Like you, if you look at
you need to teach them how to smart up.
Cause what's old girl Jamie Lee Curtis? Jamie Lee Curtis did a lot of stupid ass shit. You know why? Fuck you.
But Jamie Lee Curtis, she learned how to be better. She learned throughout each Halloween.
But I'm talking about in that first Halloween. In that first Halloween.
He had bodies and she was learning. She was still growing. She was in her adolescence.
You got to give the same thing to old girl.
No, absolutely not. Because she's in a group and the people in the group are like, yo, you're not sober in thought. You just want to have a good heart like you're a damn Care Bear. And say,
what about this? Jamie Lee Curtis she's not responsible for anybody else deaths like Jessica Biel was.
Yeah. Jessica Biel was the cause of every single person who died.
So you know what y'all doing? Y'all victim blaming. That's exactly
I'll take that. Cool. I'll take that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll take that.
For sure. It's a lot of
it. I'll take that because she has so many bodies under her belt and then I think one of the other things too, and I didn't realize it till I just said it. I have no emotional connection at all to any of these characters. I purposely wanted to remember these people's names.
You remember the names better than I do?
Just so I could differentiate the deaths, and because she screamed them the entire time. I don't know. Like, I think the other girl's name is Pepper, but the only reason why I know these girls' names are these people's names is because she kept screaming them, because she was alerting Leatherface, hey, this is your next victim. Andy, Kibner, Morgan, Pepper. She's screaming all these people out and just like, yo, hey, Leatherface, here's a list. Take these people out. You realize she never said her name until she met the little boy.
I think they yelled her name sometime.
No, they did not. They did not.
I think so.
I have no emotional connection to anybody in the story that makes me care that they died. Like, I'm even pissed off with the way she tried to kill Andy because she hit him in the stomach when I'm just like, that takes like 6-7 hours.
We don't know that. Obviously he was out. He died immediately.
Because it's a movie.
That's the point. We take it. It's the movie. This movie. I'm looking forward to. I hear a movie that's on the caliber of.
We saw some good movies, but your movie selection.
Which movie was good?
Ooh, let's see. What's the satire that we saw?
Oh yeah.
As a satire, bad hair was good. Bad hair.
That was one of mine.
We decided all to watch that.
Bad hair. I was the one that said bad hair. That was on.
It literally just came out that Tuesday. It literally just
before it came out. I was talking about bad hair. We can go through the D.
Let's see.
Who was the first one that's in the billboard?
That wasn't bad hair.
That was Black Box.
That was Black Box.
Black Box was good.
but wasn't scary. We
It
all said
wasn't.
Black
It
Box
wasn't.
wasn't
It
scary.
was.
wasn't
It
scary.
was mildly like
Black Box wasn't
horror
scary.
appropriate. It was
It was
horror
good, but it wasn't
appropriate.
scary.
Hold on. I know if we did, a ranking or a Hall of Fame, that little 6 minute short film that I said
Yes.
had
Yeah.
you
Oh, absolutely. I
check.
ain't no arguing with that.
Yes.
I ain't arguing with that. That one's
Yes.
better. That's why I say I'm cool with doing them short films more often. I'm cool with
I'm
that.
trying to,
I'm cool with fine with
because
that.
even what do we have at the bottom so far? At the bottom we have Mikey.
Vanishing.
We have Vanishing on 7th Ave.
We got
28
whenever I
days
fell
later.
asleep.
28 days later. We're gonna put this Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the bottom
Oh
too.
hell no, we not. No,
I
we are
can't.
not. No,
I
we are
can't.
not.
What do you?
No,
What?
I will
Wait.
Well,
argue
What?
with
What?
this. I will
What
argue with
grade are
this.
you
Okay.
giving this
Nah,
movie?
Yeah, we
hell
might as well get to the
no.
grades.
Hell no.
What
Hell
grade are you
no.
giving this movie?
I'm
is
giving
what I
A
want to know.
plus. A plus. A plus. Okay. This will be known. This is A plus. No
Who
argument
paying you?
to it.
Who paying you?
Not Texas Chainsaw. Y'all ain't gonna tell what. I don't understand. I actually don't understand.
I'm gonna grade it. I'm gonna
Great.
grade
I
it.
want to hear these grades,
I'm gonna
man.
grade it properly. I'm gonna grade it
keeping it a
accordingly. I'm gonna
You
grade
said
it
A
truthfully.
plus. A
Look,
plus.
A plus.
I did have a
Plus,
I did
plus.
I did have a couple of jumps. Right?
Yeah.
I was very impressed with his quickness and speed. But I know how they souped him up. There was complete ignorance from the victims. Victim blaming at 1,000 right now. Complete ignorance, right? All the way back to them throwing the weed away. I gotta give it, because the depths got weaker. It went from a B minus to a C plus for me.
Wow. Okay.
He did have a nice body count. Don't get me wrong. He had a nice
We
body
did talk
count.
about body count. Everybody was getting wiped out left and right. Only
He
one.
he had a great supporting cast. And he had one good emotional death.
Oh, and it made you laugh. It was moments that made you laugh in here. The sheriff was funny.
Okay, the sheriff was funny. He had the emotional death. He had the boyfriend slow motion face. That was cold.
Oh, that was
That was
creepy.
that was cold. That was cold. But everybody that he killed, everything after Andy, it was
When he went, hold on, even with the old boy that was blind, when he put that motherfucker on the chandelier, grabbed a chainsaw and put that shit up his guts, up his nut. He split that motherfucker in half, bro. That was a good kill. That was a good kill, Baylor.
Don't try to sway Baylor.
That was a good kill, Baylor.
Don't try to sway Baylor.
You because I'm thinking, because once again, you cannot have. I'm not having the halo effect. I actually see all sides, and I'm coming at fair and comparing to other movies and shit.
Here with an A plus. Fair with an A plus.
I think I'm disappointed.
I'm not the one thinking this way. But Leah the whole time, pause. This is a bullshit. Pause. This all like damn. and even Leah, you should, because the thing about with show with Leah, when the sheriff had old dude in the bus, everything Leah was saying he did and still fucked up. Thought ahead. So Leah would have been dead.
That means she called it out.
But it still didn't work. Her plan didn't work.
No. We're all in the writing room.
Yes.
There's several of us.
Yes.
And Leah, I know Leah.
I know Leah as well.
You're gonna question some shit.
Yes.
So if I'm like, all right, and he's banging at the door, and then Leah's like, Baylor, he has a whole ass chainsaw. Oh yeah, let's cut through the door.
So obviously it's working in the favor. It's showing that
it just means it's very predictable.
Because in the other horror movies it would never happen. Some horror movies the guy would just turn around like I'll go through the back door or something.
So you didn't know that he's about to grab her from the back?
I've seen this movie like 8-10 times. I have this movie.
That was the only unpredictable thing that happened, was that he came through the wall. That was it. Other than that, highly predictable.
I just feel a lot of negativity in the room right here.
I'm just trying to understand how you got an A+. You didn't even justify your A+.
Once again, I can justify it again. They had a good horror movie character. They had a good horror movie backdrop. They had a creepy area. They had little things, this smaller than my new shit. They got they show from character cast that some of them didn't agree with each other. You had a dumb motherfucker, but you had other motherfuckers with a little bit of sense though.
No, all
But
of
they
them
were just
dumb.
trying to. Once again,
All of them.
the dude with the glasses, the one that was blind at the end, he had a
Uh,
lot of sense and shit. He just got fucked up. He was with a group of dumb motherfuckers. Simple as
I
that.
give I give you that.
So,
But collectively, all of them lacking
hey,
street smarts.
birds of a feather. That's what I'm saying. You hang right. But when it comes down to it, the jump scares, when there was plenty of jump scares, the gore factor that was in it, the blood looked real. It was gross to the motherfucker. Man, come on.
I take points away. I take points away from scary movies that try to push the sex appeal too.
Where was it?
First
Was
of
really that
all,
much sex?
very,
People
very
really looked like that back in the day.
that necrophilia stuff I can't do. Like when he's like, "Oh, she was wet. What did y'all
Oh
do
yeah.
to her,
Where was
bruh,
this? That was hilarious.
bruh?"
That was hilarious.
That played to his character, but I didn't like how they. I just noticed some shit because they did do that with Jamie Lee Curtis. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
put emphasis on her chest, and with Jessica Biel, I feel like they did the same thing.
of course. Otherwise, that not would have came out like like. What is the purpose of having her midriff out the entire time? Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. This movie could have been exponentially better had the cast not been let in on all that was going on at the plantation. If the audience was made aware, hey, this is not the place they want to be, but the cast was not made aware, like for them to find teeth, for them to find skulls and heads and weird carvings and stuff like that, and them not have the thought, hey, we should probably get out. But if they I could have given a lot more credit to the film itself um had the writing been done in such a way where the cast was just not made aware.
Mhm.
If the cast didn't know what they were walking into, if they didn't know what was going on, the the girl who got in the car, like that being the igniting part of the story that says, okay, well maybe we have to stop in this local town, blah 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 blah, whatever the case may be, and it may be some people being creepy, and you can have somebody, hey, I really don't like their chakra or whatever the case may be, and they're just like, look, we don't really know what's really going on, but let's just see what this is. But to have so many red flags be blatant to the audience and to the cast at the same time, and the cast still makes stupid decisions, that's why I would have to give this movie a D minus.
Hmm.
Wow. I feel just the hate.
It's not hate.
It's
It's
just
not
because
hate.
I'm just gonna take, because if I take that same mindset to the other movies, it's gonna be
You
bad.
can take it to, because I've been very consistent, very clear in my movie watching, and what I don't like is predictability. I don't like it being so predictable that I can't enjoy it. And because this movie was not necessarily enjoyable to watch, I would have, and that's probably why I didn't watch it when it originally came out. I
This
have
was a
to
roller coaster.
it was not though.
You want to know why?
The
You
only
know what? You want to know why
Baylor
it's
was
easy?
quiet. Baylor, I saw Baylor paying attention to this.
You know
He saw his
why?
eyes locking
Because
in.
because as a horror fan, I wanted that feeling of being scared, right? And this is why we can grade it down. Because this is a remake, you couldn't figure out, and this is after Scream, you couldn't figure out how to frighten us without predictability.
mm,
That's what
mm-mm.
I'm mad about. For you to do a remake and you couldn't add your own originality to it.
Because I only
I
the
think it
I
was
only
kind of original
I
for a
didn't really
remake.
jump during the movie. Like there was
Then
not
we
really
get
any
then you
parts that were
then
just like,
you got to
Did
go
you
back
jump?
and watch the original one. Then
Did you jump? Did you jump in the movie, Baylor?
this is the cool part about it though. I did, but I didn't jump off the scene. I jumped off of the sound effect
That's
because
part of the
because
movie, though.
but it
That's
was
still part of the movie.
but
that man,
That's
it
still
was,
that's just a noise.
Y'all gotta stop with that, man.
No,
No,
I
this is here, but just listen to what we're saying though. Like,
I'm listening.
I get where you're coming from, but if I see a body walk across the screen and I don't jump, and then I do jump when the sound effect kick in,
Did we just talk about watching the movie and the sound? You got to have the sound part of the movie. You can't knock it because that's part of the movie. They did a good job. They did a good job. Just saying, that's a fact.
I mean,
You can't discredit it because of that. That doesn't even make sense.
So okay,
It's like having a rap video and I enjoyed the video wasn't good. I just liked it because of the music. Well, that's part of it.
No, there are some songs that are really good, and then you watch the video and it's like, man, this song sucks. So I don't think that is necessarily, you're saying that you can't have one without the other. I think it's very possible. But
No,
I
I'm saying you
also,
can't
but
discredit it because it's still the same. It's still from the same form. It's still from the same source. It's good. That's the movie. That's part of it.
I think because of the lack of connection that I have with any of the characters off bat, and at the end of the movie, because of the lack of surprise. Like, you're gonna have a jump scare. Yeah, you're gonna have a pop out. Yeah, you're gonna have this. Yeah, the only thing, like I said, the only thing that really was like, oh snap, like that's different. Didn't expect that, was when he came from behind and took her out the wall. That was it. Other than that,
The chain.
it
So
was just
you saw the chainsaw coming to the back of the van.
like, if she trying to start the car, she says, "I need you to hold the car. I need you
I
to hold
even
the flashlight steady." And it's like, yeah, either he's gonna come out through the side window, but he can't because then that's gonna be too much noise, and he should have seen her coming, or she should have seen him coming. So the other place that he can come out is the back of the van.
Okay. Hey,
So it's
once
just, it
again,
was just a predictable movie where I did not have. Now in the other movies, like you said, we got to hold all the movies to the same standard, which I do. My thing is, with other movies, they take time to develop the characters where I have some kind of buy-in or
which
some
movie?
kind of connection.
Which
Pick
movie?
any of the movies that we saw. Pick any of the movies that we saw recently that I gave a good rating on.
Which movie you gave a good rating on? That's what I'm. No,
I gave a good rating on
than
Bad Hair. I gave a
okay.
good rating on Black Box. I gave a good rating on not Seventh Ave. What was the movie that we saw after that? I gave a good rating on the short films. I gave a good rating on. I gotta go look at the other stuff.
Let's go to Bad Hair. How much?
Okay.
How much a connection you had with Bad Hair?
So one, Bad Hair was legit about a cultural phenomenon that occurred in conversations that
If
we've
these people were
had.
black,
No, it's not
it was a
even like
lot. It's different reasons why we connected with Black Hair.
right. And so, because even in Chucky, right? Even in Chucky, I don't have any kids, but I was a child and I did have dolls, so I can understand. And and when I worked with kids, I can understand how talking to kids, they may tell you things that it's hard for you as an adult to understand. So I can start to make connections in those movies. Even in Candyman, or even in Freddy Krueger, or even in Mike Myers, like they take the time to build, to have character building where I'm like, okay, let me get emotionally involved with the character so that I can act, so that if they die, it actually means something. That's why you have an emotional death,
but I think.
because
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's why you have an emotional death, because that character is so likable. That character has a lot of redeeming qualities. That character has not given you a reason to hate their guts, or they have redeemed themselves beyond being cast with like this black shadow. So if they don't have any of that, there were no character arcs. There were no times where I'm just like, oh, let me take the time to get to know this person. What
Because this is
there's
not
no
the
character
movie for
arcs.
this. This is straight act. Once again, and what you were saying earlier with Child's Play, Bad Hair, and I maybe no one missing. It's nothing in the movie you had to do because you related to them. Simple as that. You related to something in your personal life. If perhaps did you? I don't know if you've been on any road trips or been in Texas in the country, going through the tall grass and all that with your
Yeah.
friends and all that. You can't relate
Did you
to
not
that.
did you not see the video?
Which video?
I sent you guys video of me driving in Texas. It was
Oh yeah,
nothing
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
grass on each
Oh,
side.
but once again, but with your friends going through that, if you,
I've
I
been on
can
road
relate to that.
trips.
I can relate to that.
Listen, but
I can relate to that.
this is what I don't understand. Why wasn't there one person taking the lead saying that
It
I'm going to do X,
was
Y,
though.
Z?
You can't say it
First of all, the
wasn't when it
Green Ranger
was.
was having his ball snatched by his girlfriend, so that doesn't count.
Not, no, I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about the dude with the glasses. I said that you had him. You had a character in there saying that.
No, because he would have been out. He would have
What
been
was he
out.
gonna do? Out where? Doing what? What he was gonna go?
If
That's the
he
thing.
if he no, that's what I said. Regardless if he had the keys or not, he would have been out. He would have either taken the keys and taken the car,
He was not
and
gonna beat the
everybody in the
Green
back.
Ranger's ass. He was not gonna
Look,
do that.
then he's not the guy. You
Then
need
every
somebody who
movie,
could take
but
that
that's
lead.
not real. That's what's in the
This whole movie
you
isn't
can't,
real.
but you can't make you're making up the. But once again, if you individually want to state that you can't just because you can't relate with them,
It's not
that's
even that I can't
okay.
relate. The
Because
movie
they
is
didn't give you
just
enough time to relate
it
with
just
them.
has
That don't make
terrible
sense to
writing.
me.
It's
And
terrible
I
writing.
absolutely
That's
disagree.
all I say.
I'm looking at the other reviews right now, and I would.
It's
This is will
terrible
be
writing.
this will be a strong standstill, and I would love to have a conversation with our viewers and our listeners out here. Man, go and watch it, and because I recommend people to watch it. Absolutely,
It's a
from your
terrible
beginning,
movie.
it is a
It's
great.
not.
And if you go on any platform and look at what is rated, I'm telling you, not 76% 5 stars,
I,
76%
I
5 stars.
recommend them to watch the original before they watch this
Yeah,
one.
because
Hey,
this one isn't it.
hey,
Because
a
even if you
masterpiece
watching
horror
Jeepers
film and
Creepers,
remake.
Because
no,
Arriving great.
absolutely not.
the only thing that
Absolutely
they
not.
actually changed, the only thing that they actually changed is what is this nigga attributes. That was it.
Yeah, if
Think
you
twice before
They
picking up a
made him more
hitchhiker.
powerful.
Great movie.
if
Very,
you because
very
even okay,
scary.
let's say apples to apples, right?
Okay.
Let's say we compare this movie to Jeepers Creepers, right?
Okay. Okay.
Pick one of the three, whichever one of the
Let's
three
pick
you
the
want to
first
choose.
one.
Okay, the first one, and that's the one for those who don't remember.
The best
That is the
one.
one with the boy and the girl. Okay, the brother and sister. When the Oracle lady said, "A, he's gonna be screaming," and all this other stuff. That's the
Hmm.
one that we're trying to remember. In that movie, we had the opportunity to get to know these people, to understand why killing them would mean it'd be a bad thing. When what's the
What's
name?
the
What's
why is it
Justin
not a
Long?
bad thing to kill people in Texas Chainsaw
Listen,
Massacre?
listen, listen, listen to what I'm saying. There was more character development
How?
than being one-dimensional people. They're on a road trip. They're headed to their destination. This person, this whatever the entity is, Jeepers Creeper, the guy thing with the wings, comes out every 23 years. Y'all know the story. If you don't know, go watch the movie. That movie by far is better than this movie
Disagree.
because even though they're being hunted by this individual, we actually get to see them and get to have a connection with them as opposed to seeing a girl run her friends into the ground by announcing their deaths scene by scene.
Y'all, if y'all want to hear a hater, here you go.
I'm, I have no
like
listen.
I don't know how to I don't know other than just y'all watch it. Just watch it.
It's terrible
Watch it and enjoy it because you're going to enjoy it. If you like horror movies, you're gonna like. And if you watch the previous one,
because
you
even in
probably like
Seventh
this one.
Ave, we got to have
And
character
that was a
development
bad
from John
movie.
Leguizamo,
That didn't
from
matter.
Tandy Newton,
Character development
from
like that
Hayden
does not matter.
Christensen.
I don't need to see I don't need to know your back history to be frightened. I don't. Like with the girl in the short film, I didn't know shit about her. I just know she like playing Nintendo DS, and that's it. And that shit
But
was
you play
scary as hell.
video games,
It does okay. The dude in the morgue, the morgue, and that yeah, they could do that
and
with in the
you
morgue.
know what weirdos be like when
That's
talking to
that don't
girls.
really. We don't know nothing about him.
You don't know anything about him, but you know how weird it'd be for other
We
dudes to
barely
try
know.
to talk to
So if we
girls.
can, so why does a short film work in that way? Because you could be afraid and scared.
He
But yeah.
gave us an idea that he was a weirdo.
So
When he,
this gave you the idea. They did back history on Leatherface. They gave why are you so attached to them? Why did you ain't got any type of connection with
no,
Leatherface?
I
You know
said
that no, you know that man first, middle, and last name now. You knew he
I
grew
said
up
my
with
two negatives. My two negatives was the fact that The deaths got weaker.
Right.
I didn't like that.
And I pointed one out that it didn't get weaker. That was a good death, brother. When have you ever seen that before, Baylor? Tell me.
Stop trying to. Why are you trying to convince me?
Baylor, I heard you, Baylor. I might have to edit this one
he
because
said.
I might have to edit this one. I feel like somebody gonna cut some stuff out because
No,
I feel
we'll
like
put out the unedited version.
I saw Baylor.
We will put out the unedited version. We're all avid movie watchers.
They put him on the
what else did you expect him to do?
Baylor didn't know what was going to happen. Then he grabbed a chainsaw and he went underneath. Baylor, look me in my eyes, Baylor. That wasn't a good kill. That wasn't a good kill, Baylor. Come on, man. That wasn't a good
no.
It wasn't a good kill.
Oh, Baylor, you going against yourself.
No,
don't do that.
I don't think that was a good kill, man. I really don't.
Yo,
there's nothing
there's
nothing that stood out. There's nothing that stood out besides.
What's your favorite kill?
Andy. It was the emotional one.
Wow, that was your favorite. Wow.
And technically, we didn't even get enough of old boy, taking his face off and stuff like that.
That's what I thought we were going to see more of that, of him actually like cutting it off and sewing it together, not just him in Santa's workshop putting pieces together and then getting like a freeze frame of him looking at the girl with her boyfriend's face.
I don't know what to tell y'all. I think I've said enough. I want the people to decide.
I will watch 28 Days Later again before I watch this movie.
You're not telling the truth. It's okay.
That is the absolute truth.
You're not telling the truth. That's also known as a classic. But it's cool.
They're not good movies. They're just not good. And 28 Days Later, it's just bad. It's just bad.
28 Days Later has a lot in common with this film.
Yes, it does. It does.
You know what?
They have once again zombies.
It's A+ in the world of Drake here.
Yeah.
So
Baylor rolled with a C-.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna float around a C+ or B-. Watch.
Wait, what did you say?
I gave it a C+.
You gave it a C+. I gave it a D-. I actually want to make it an F, but they filled the runtime.
And he gave it an A+. That's like a.
That's still like a B.
That's like a B or a B-.
I think that's a solid B.
I feel like it's not a solid B. It is absolutely not. Wait, where's my calculator? Let's do these calculations real quick.
Okay, I got my calculator.
I think it might be a B-.
What's a C+? 78?
Yeah.
What's an F? 50? So D- would be what, like
a 16.5? No, a 6.
So it'd be like 55.
No, D- ain't below 60.
A D is 60.
A D is 60.
Yeah. So a D-.
What's a 65 then?
A D+? Because a 90 is a solid A. Or is a 90 A-?
Because anything below a 60 is an F. That's the thing about it.
All right, let's do solids. All right, so we'll do.
I'm doing A
plus 90. Or wait, are you doing 100?
A is 100. Yeah.
You're doing 100. And Baylor, what number are you giving it?
I'm giving it a. What are we doing out of 100?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was it? C+? 78? 75?
I'll give it like a 75, 74. If I could.
75. All right.
And what are you giving it, Leah?
I should give it a 40.
Go ahead and hate. It's okay. Do your thing.
It's actually I gave it a 60. It's a 78.3, which is a C+.
C+. Okay.
Yeah.
I figured it would be that.
If you round it up,
it's a C. It's a C+.
If you round it up, it's a B.
It's cool. A C+.
Right, I think that's rounded up,
and that is very generous. That is a very generous.
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure when the stats are shown Because I would not put my name next to just completely. It had to be an asterisk on this one, so it's a C plus for me. I'm sorry, I can't. I cannot.
It's a C. It's a C plus. It's just not a good.
I roll with the crew, but this is a great movie. Not even a good. This is a great movie.
You said the same thing about the Rangers. It doesn't hold up.
Look, and this is how I know I can't front on you, Drake, is because I'm high, and it did nothing for me. I literally laughed at a whole goddamn.
You jumped, bruh. I saw
on the
excitement.
inside.
I saw excitement. Hey, I saw you. So you can say what you want to say, man. Hey, I saw it, man. It's
Drake,
like one thing you can tell me later.
As
okay.
we do these, I'm starting to understand why your family refuses to take movie reviews or suggestions from you seriously.
You show me something better. Show me something better.
We have lots. We have lots of titles that are better than this. We need to watch the original. Watch the original.
Y'all two the only people that like bad hair with me. So that's all I'm saying. And
no, with you, yeah, but in my circle, a lot of people liked it.
Everybody I talk to hate that shit. But I will watch the original. Is the original better than this one?
I feel like the original is better. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I feel like
better than this one.
Yeah. This one, the only thing that was really different was that, bruh, the way both of y'all sat up and looked at each other's screens in the tiles just made me think that there was something coming after me. I need y'all not to do that at the same time. Thank you.
You see how that nigga was running?
That's why I feel like, you know what? So come back. And let's be cool. Let's be clear. And we don't have to rehash it, you know. But with this particular Leatherface compared to Ghostface, which one got it? Which one would you rather run from?
They still faster than. I can't wait till we watch Scream. I can't wait. They still faster than him. They still faster than him. And look, if I called him a linebacker, then they're receivers, slot receivers at that.
I'm looking forward to
I feel like I would still get caught by Ghostface before Leatherface.
Okay.
Because you got more than one that you're running away from. Drake. Golly. I was ready to be scared. I was ready to have nightmares. And
I enjoyed myself, everyone.
I can put all this stuff away.
I enjoyed myself. But I just know one thing. I know one thing is that, man, I'm going to keep the lights on. Please believe that. I'm going to keep these motherfucking lights on.
Don't worry. Leatherface will tell you when he's coming.
Not this one. Not this one.
You'll hear that chainsaw.
Not this one.
Well, I already told you he come in there with that bullshit. I'm gonna go tell his stupid ass to sit down.
Hey, with this one, are you running up on him and you still jumping this one?
And see that's the thing. I'm not running up on this one. This nigga was built.
Yeah.
Like
he was a big dude.
He was built.
Like, dude,
that's what I meant to say. That was a bullshit scene right there where she chopped off his arm. You're not chopping anything off of that guy.
No.
He's built out of the same shit Wolverine is built out of.
Her little twig arms all of a sudden got enough strength to chop off his arm and just hack it off with a cleaver, with a meat cleaver.
That would be a faux pas in the movie to me. Not even a complete faux pas, but hey, they tried.
But how is it that neither one of them went for the chainsaw?
Hey. Once again, every time I've been talking about Leatherface, this has been the Leatherface I've been referring to. So when we're talking about the ones being in the hood and who go jump them first, this is the one I'm talking about.
I get
this
it.
This is the one I've been talking about.
He was way too fast. He was in stealth mode a lot. Yeah, I didn't like that though. Right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But I don't think that they showed him running like we said, his he's only able to do short stints, right? So if you're running for an extended period of time, the movie's just gonna have to cut scenes for him to actually be on top of you again. But with Ghostface, he's got distance.
We're gonna find out. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just go find out because I don't remember Ghostface running like that. He'll chase you around the couch. Everybody
No,
done
he's
something like
in
that.
in the opening scene. What are you talking about? He chased the girl
Where did he chase her? Around the yard.
outside.
He would.
He
I'm
chased
telling
her
you,
down the street.
if you place the two Ghostface killers and Leatherface, all three side by side, Ghostface is
They're not
burning
side by
both of
side
them.
though. That's where you're messing up. They're not side by side. They're never in the same place at the
So
same
you
time.
can't use fastest then, because when we talk about speed, that's what speed means. You understand? I don't try to get y'all to understand that. Now you talking about who's would catch me, who could be stealthy, who could be trickier. That's different. No, because we said who's faster. That's what we've been saying. That's speed fast. Now when you talking about who may catch you, what I was trying to say, we want to go, but is it speed or who's going to catch you? That's the thing about it. Tell me, and I can make the argument. You let me know which one.
We said both. Or the original question was who's going to catch you first?
Who's going to catch you first is going to be Leatherface. And who's faster? Leatherface. But I'm looking forward to following these Ghostface. I want to see all of them because we have to. I want to see the fastest Ghostface because it's like 6 different Ghostface, right? Or is it 5?
I think the fastest one is in the first one.
I'm looking forward to these motherfuckers. A D minus screw. What?
Yeah, I want to give it an F.
Come on, man.
I want to give it an F.
I'm online on the internet wells.
You can ask all the people in the world.
But you know, it's all on you. It's on you. It's one. It's like it's 3% of people don't put a 1 star out of 2,136, and I won't leave one.
Democracy works both ways, fam.
No kidding. Is it that good of a horror film? Top 5. Somebody said top 5 all time. Hey.
Listen, Slim Shady is in somebody's top 5. Lil Nas X is in somebody's top 5.
That's a fact.
Like, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. That literally means.
And you know what the 1 star come from? 1 star. They gave me the wrong movie. It was some bullcrap British show. They women.
I don't know what. Baylor, do you know what point he's trying to make with that?
No, man.
I don't know either. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Black Horror Humor. We just watched 2001's.
We watched
2003. Sorry, 2003
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay, he's just gonna come in and interrupt the outro. Go ahead, finish.
Yes, yes. I think I have to do this one.
Yeah, it's a D- for me, so whatever.
A+ movie. C+ overall. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 with Jessica Biel. No mistake.
See, don't even know her name.
I just know. Hey,
forget her name.
I know about Leatherface. But hey, we thank y'all so much for being here. It's Drake. We got Baylor, and we have the lovely Leah here with Black Horror Humor. Keep the lights on. Peace.